Hello guys, this is Surya. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have come up with some interview questions on Node.js. So I'll try to answer them and hope it's helpful for you. So the first question is, what is Node.js and how it is different from the other server-side technologies like Apache and PHP? So coming to the Node.js, Node.js is a runtime environment that allows us to execute JavaScript uh, code on the server side without the help of the browser. Outside of the browser, we can say it. So actually, this Node.js was built on Chrome V8 engine, the V8 JavaScript engine. So coming to it, how it differs from the Apache and PHP, we can say that it is event driven and non-blocking IO and single language. Its performance. The main thing is its performance. So coming to the event driven and non-blocking IO, the Node.js uses event-driven and non-blocking IO architecture allows us to handle multiple requests concurrently without blocking stuff. We can actually handle many requests at a time concurrently in the sense we can say it multiple requests at a single time. But whereas in PHP, it is difficult in the it cannot handle this high loads. Its performance becomes low. That's why it is better, we can say it. So coming to Node.js, it uses its in its name itself, we can say Node.javascript. So it is based on a single language, JavaScript. So this is very uh, better than the PHP and Apache. The performance, as we know, it can handle multiple concurrent requests at single time. We can say that performance is good. So so coming to the next question, what is a callback function in Node.js and why are they commonly used in the asynchronous programming? We can say a callback function. A callback function is a function passed as an argument to another function. It's a simple definition, we'll say it. We'll find all over it. That is a function passed as an argument to the another function, which will be executed once the function has completed its operation. Uh, in Node.js, we'll use the callback functions to handle asynchronous operations. So allows the programmer to continually execute other tasks without waiting for the asynchronous operation to complete. So common uses of asynchronous programming are event-driven architecture and non-blocking operations. This all which are main the reasons why Node.js is better and compared to the PHP and Apache. We will see. We have seen in the before question. So in the here we can completely say that the callback function is a function that is passed as an argument for the another function. So which will be operated when once its operation is completed, executed once its operation is completed. Coming to the third question, what is the purpose of package.json file in a Node.js project and explain its key properties? See, whenever we do any Node.js project, we'll see keep package.json. Let me show you for one of my project. It's my Express.js project using API. So you can see app log.json and you can see package.json. See the package.json coming to package.json is a crucial component in. We can say it will be definitely be in any Node.js project will be working on because Node.js this package.json file consists of some uh, it has some purpose like it contains the metadata, dependencies, scripts, and configuration. So we can say let's go what would be the dependencies. Like in a project, I'm using the project. I'm building some application. I want some some third party, not a third party, some other functionality which I have found in online or something which was already built. So I want to use it. So what I'll do is I'll install that. I'll install that using an npm installer, npx, or some yarn or something. So which actually creates a dependency of and their version. Actually, it saves as an you can know as JSON refers to JavaScript object notation. It saves as an object and JavaScript object, and it contains its name and its version, etc. So coming to the metadata, we can say metadata is like the project name and the stuff where its location, description, and version, license, all the other stuff, and what do you name your project, that all will be saved in the metadata. Dependencies are the scripts the packages or some other dependencies we install, enable from the npm. So coming to scripts, we can actually customize our scripts like start, test, and build. So I can customize my build using whenever I run this start command, whenever I use this command, it means to be start. Those all scripts can be written by ourselves. And configuration, it stores the all related project related info, like even repository info and keywords and uh, all Node.js version, all the versions, everything, every configuration. So, so what are the key properties? Are these name, version, description, may the entry point. We can also say the start script where it starts. So in Node.js, Express.js, we'll have server-side code in either server.js or index.js, whatever you name it. Will be in the root folder. That will be the entry point of our application. We'll mention it in the dependencies. Like I'm having Express in it or some React.js. It will show, yeah, I'm having React is to some version of 16 something. So like this, and development dependencies. Like you may have some Nodeman or some other Postman, some other middleware, any package we install from a outsource, and even we'll have a GitHub repository name and keywords, some all the stuff, and these all we'll have. And coming to the next question, explain the difference between require and import statement in Node.js. When and why would you use one over the other? So here, require and import are both used to include the modules in Node.js. So we have seen using npm install or some other stuff. We can npm install or npx. We can install some modules which we require from online. We'll install. So I have installed it, but I want to use it. So I need to import them in my current working file. So for that, we can use either require or import. So what's the difference between it? Require is a part, it's a common JS module system. It it is not, it is synchronously loaded module. It can be like it can be it does not depend on any Node.js version. It can be used from any Node.js version. Uh, the require is a common JS one, a modules system. It can be used in any Node.js version. But coming to the import is an ES6 module system. So ES6 module is uh, is actually a synchronous loaded module. So here it uses it is like a syntax in Python import some module from module name like that. But whereas require is like an creating some variable like constant module equals to require module require in that module name. So in modern JS projects we can use it the import, but in the earlier models we cannot use the import. That's why we use require. Use require in traditional Node.js applications for while dealing with modules that use normal JS, we can use that. But import necessarily needs modern applications when we are working with ES script. I mean ES6 scripts or modules, or we want like some advanced like we use React in that also we use import. We never use require. We use import in React or something because it actually require some higher Node.js versions. So coming to the next question, what is a middleware in the context of Express.js? Can you give an example of how you would in use middleware in an Express.js application? Middleware in Express.js refers to function that have access to request object and the response object. And the middleware function is the application's request request response cycle. And middleware function can perform various tasks like execute code, modify the request object, or modify the response object and the request and response cycle and call the next middleware. That's what middleware, the context of Express.js. So that's how the middleware works. And so coming to the next question, what is REST API and how can you create one using Node.js and Express.js? Explain the main HTTP methods used in RESTful API. So RESTful API, actually REST here stands for representational state transfer, is an architecture system. It's an architecture system for designing networked applications. Like it stands for HTTPS methods or stateless. Each request from client will get right information needed when client necessarily needs some information. It actually sends some request to the and the UR it some sends request and uh, how can you create one using Node.js and Express.js? We'll simply like install the Express using npm install and import the Express using require and Express as an app. In that, we'll actually so we actually use post and put methods to actually retrieve the HTTP methods and we actually first use a get and user. And coming to the next question, what is the purpose of package manager npm and how do you use it to manage dependencies in a node project? Sorry, uh, sorry for that. Sorry, let's again come back to the question. The question is, what is the purpose of npm node package manager? What's the purpose of node package manager? And how do you use it in manage dependencies in the Node.js project? Coming to the definition, we can say that npm is a package. It's Node package manager is in name itself says it's a package manager. For what we can say, it's a JavaScript. It's useful. So use it to install and manage dependencies in the Node.js. Yeah, you know, right? npm, we use command npm install express, npm install some other package, npm install require, npm install axios, or npm install create app react. So these all are the npm package manager main purpose is to install and share and manage dependencies in the Node.js project. That's all it does. And how do we manage in a Node.js project? We can actually install a package using npm install and a package name. So that's how we install the packages. And coming to the save dependencies, we need to save manager means it need to install, it needs to keep track of it, and it needs to save all the dependencies and whatever updates it need to keep track of all this. So when we install, it actually saves the dependency. For suppose if I say npm install express, until then in package.json, it does not necessarily contain need to be contained this express or the whatever the package I'm installing. It may not be present in the package.json. So whenever I install npm install some package name, that package will be automatically saved in the package.json. So it actually installs a package, saves dependencies. It's we are not manually saving the dependency, but it actually happening. So coming to the updating. So using actually we can sometimes we have an express.js not an express some module. I'll say I have in Firebase. I have installed Firebase, currently running. I have installed during its some version 8.16 19 to something. So it's currently running. Let's say it's currently running on 10, version 10 point some other number. So I want to update it. Like I have a previous version, I want to update. So how do I do it? I can do it using npm update. So it actually updates all my packages to the current version, current running version. This is all the package manager. Coming to why it is important to hash passwords in a web application. So, a last and final question: why it is important to hash passwords in a web application? Yeah. Well, let's say what's password hashing? Password hashing is like some encryption to the password. And my password like 1234, and it does not. It actually encrypts that password and saves it. So what's the purpose? Like I converts password into a fixed string using some cryptographic function. That's some one of the encryption function. Let's say we can use some encryption function and we can do it. So that's a purpose. We'll save it in an encrypted form. So what is an important? What is the main thing is we are doing? Yeah, I have done it. But what its importance? The importance is security. The first thing is security. I if I save my password as it is in the uh, database or something, if it gone, if it was targeted to some attack, let's say, was exposed to some attack, then I have 100% chance that they'll get my password. So here, if I protect my password from being exposed, even if database is compromised to get cracked or some got exposed, then we need the encryption for the password. That is what hashing password is. Like I hash the password, I encrypt it. So coming to the so it's irreversible. Like we can say I have a hash code. As my password is 1234. Let's say so 1234. But actually this hash functions using cryptographic functions or something, it actually generates some different stuff for it, some different string for it. So you cannot actually crack it using that hash password. We cannot go back. We cannot backtrack it into original password. That's what here actually creates a more security for it. The next one is we can say salting like stuff. We'll cook something, we'll add salt because it actually. So here in the salting in this sense is we'll add some random data to it. So I have my password 1234. I'll add some random data to it, and then I'll hash it. Then it is so if in the it actually doesn't happen. In case it happens, they need to filter the random data also. These all are some importance of hashing. We can in Node.js we can use a bcrypt is a module uh, uh, that can be used in it using import or require. We can import it and we can actually mention some salt rounds like how much random data I need to enter, and that all you can keep it, and you can you can use an hash function in it, like the module dot hash, and in that you need to pass the password, which is actually your password, and then callback function error cost. So how to handle it, and the next one is salt rounds. Then it will actually hash your password. That's all. Thank you. These all are the 8 questions. Uh, Interview questions in the Node.js. Thank you for watching.